Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Good morning, happy Friday. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Drop some love in the chat. Let me know. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. All right. I'm a little sick, y'all, so I don't know if I'm losing my voice or what, but we is here. We is here. So we definitely streaming the court proceeding today for YSL. Um, they've been on a break, if y'all didn't know. They are now with the new judge. Judge Ingram is now the new judge. Y'all already know Glanville is off. And then you had Ingram, and then now the new judge. What's the new judge name, y'all? It's been so many. Oh my goodness. Good morning. Good morning. They don't start the court until 11:30, so you already know we're gonna run down the social media streets um, to see what's been going on while we wait. While we wait for the court to start, it haven't started yet. I thought it said 10:30, but it is 11:30. So we're gonna just chop it up. Good morning to everybody. Make sure y'all like the video, share it out, and show me some love in the chat. Happy Friday. Y'all gotta excuse me. My voice is kind of gone. I think I'm getting sick. It's the weather, sleeping underneath the fan and stuff. Um, but good morning, everybody. Good morning. I have the shade room up because usually what I do is go over the social media streets because it just be a lot going on. Um, so we're gonna talk about some things while we wait for the court to start. Hopefully, with this judge, she is on time, no comfort breaks, and she direct with it. That's just what I'm hoping for um, with this new judge. So we will see. A lot of people were saying that they're not, they don't think anything major is going to happen because the defendants, they're not there. It's just the attorneys, and they're going over some motions. Um, so the new judge is Judge Whitaker. Yeah, that's her name. So we want homegirl, Judge Whitaker, to keep it real, real short, sweet, and to the point. We don't need no comfort breaks. We don't need none of that. So we're gonna see if she start exactly at 11:30. But in the meantime, between time, good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for pulling up. Make sure y'all share this out, like the video, and drop me some comments. Show me some love. Happy Friday. Shout out to my girl, Mickey, Blue, Music. Hey y'all. Shout out to my Kim Bays and my Kim Boos. That's right, Mickey. Free thug. Cause right is right and wrong is wrong. Y'all already know how I feel about that. So free him. And today, if anything don't happen, y'all, the most that they can do for these people is give them a bomb. Everybody is, saying just give them a bomb, just give them a bomb. And I think that's fair at this point. Um, I know Kayla was talking about they should have been had a bond, but you already know they did Thug 30 from the very beginning. So hopefully Whitaker stand on business and do the right thing, and he gets a bond today while they figure it out. What you say, Blue? You hope the judge stay? Yeah, me too. Cause if not, then we just gonna be going in circles. Um, yeah, but we shall see what happens. All right, y'all. So we're gonna start it off with this because I was shook. Did anybody wake up and couldn't get into their bank? Y'all better go get y'all money out them people bank. They trying to keep our money. I'm going straight after work to get mine. I don't know what's happening. We got the shootout with the president. Biden done dropped out of the race, and now all this cybersecurity, all our banks are shut down. I think everything is back up and running. But if y'all didn't know, let's just hear what the actual software. Which who was it? It said CrowdStrike. This was them doing an update or something, and it backfired. It was some planes that had to land because of this. The banks were down, the hospitals was affected. Um, so this was crazy. That was major, like major businesses, major things were affected by this cybersecurity software issue. So if y'all don't know, the court don't start until 11:30, y'all. So we gotta wait. So we just gonna talk about what I usually talk about, the social media streets, and see what these celebrities got going on. We missed tea time yesterday, y'all. We so sorry. But next week you already know we back. But let's check it out.
We see airlines impacted, airports impacted at this hour, banks and businesses across the country, really across the world. Mass transit systems, E911 centers are down as well. Updating you now, American Airlines and Delta say they are now starting to resume some flights, but we had multiple airlines overnight ask the FAA to put them into a ground stop because their own computers were not working. So it's long road to recovery here. Let's look at the FlightAware misery map, and you'll get a sense of how this is affecting air travel. See all that red? Those airports. The number on the upper right hand is a little bit misleading. Nationwide, 1,700, more than 1,000 flights canceled. The CEO of CrowdStrike was on the Today Show earlier this morning talking about the fact that they've now identified the problem and are already implementing a fix. Take a listen.
It could be some time for some systems that just automatically won't recover. But it is, it is our mission, is why we're here, to make sure that every customer is fully recovered, and we're not going to relent until we get every customer back to where they were, and we continue to protect them.
Can y'all hear me? I don't know what just happened. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Put something in the chat. Put something in the chat and let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear me. It cut me out and then I'm back. Am I here? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. I don't know what just happened, but hopefully I'm back. Good morning, good morning. Let me check. Okay, Blue, so you can hear me. All right, y'all. So let me get back into it. Yeah, so basically just make sure y'all take your money out of the bank today because they say it's not a hack, but y'all already know they be trying to do the most and trick us, but they put it on the floor today. It was a cyber hack. I'm back. Hopefully y'all come back on and come on in. We still waiting for the trial to start. It starts at 11:30. Hopefully, like I said, Judge Whitaker will be on time and she lets us know what's what. We're hoping that they get a bond at least today. Um, a lot of people were saying that they don't think anything is going to happen. She just wants to, you know, put everything into perspective and see what's actually going on at this point. But we shall see what she's going to do. But in the meantime, while we wait, um, we are going to talk about the social media streets because typically, if y'all don't know, shout out to all my Kimbays and my Kimboos. This is usually what I do. I try to come on daily. I try so that we can talk about the tea. And Sylvia had the same fade to the black thing earlier. Oh yeah, okay. So it's not just me. Yeah, it just went out of nowhere. Um, but yeah, we're gonna see what's going on. I know that Kayla was saying that these boys should have been had a bond. It's kind of crazy that they didn't. So we actually are trying to see if they're going to give them a bond and just until they can figure out what's going on with the jurors. With it's a lot of things that's coming into play at this point in time in the YSL trial. So we got to see what they're going to do. So we already went over the cyber attack. Um, this is what Pop Smoke Mom had to say. If y'all don't know, Pop Smoke Killer was on No Jumper, running it down. Saying how he's not remorseful. Everything happened for a reason. He don't regret anything. He was just. I know it was hard for her to see that, and the clip went viral. So she's like, at the end of the day, we're going to do like a gag order. She's going to try to anyway, just so people can stop speaking on Pop Smoke. Let him rest in peace. So for that to go down, I did hear shout out to Mickey earlier, was going over it. Let me let y'all hear what his mom had to say while we wait on the trial. We got like 30 minutes, y'all.
Point involved can't speak on your son's name per se.
That's right. That
Right.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. Stop talking about. Do what you want to do. Say what you want to say, but do that with your own stuff.
How do you feel about people wanting to interview someone like that? Should they not be interviewing them? And do you think that maybe it's clickbait?
For something like this, that is horrible. Do you really want to interview him and get his opinion and get his position? First of all, you're not helping him because the whole purpose in LA's law is that at 25 you get out, you try to make something of yourself. You try to do something with your life. Hopefully there's been some sort of reform. But you come out and people are like, yo, bro, how you feel about what you did? That's not helping anybody. It's not helping anybody. So as you're sharing with me about gag orders, I'm going to go look into that because that makes sense to me.
So you would consider having a gag order where you can't necessarily, or anyone involved can't speak on your son's name per se,
That's right. That makes
right?
sense. That makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. Stop talking about him. Do what you want to do. Say what you want to say, but do that with your own stuff.
No, how do you feel about people wanting to interview?
Y'all, she makes perfect sense to me. Shout out to Pop Smoke Mom. She definitely needs to do that, because it was not good. I couldn't believe. Well, I could believe it. No Jumper put that clip out. It was for his benefits. But she definitely should try to get that gag order, just for situations like that. But shout out to her. I just wanted to let y'all hear what she had to say about the guy who went viral on No Jumper talking about, he don't regret anything that happened. Um, so yeah. What else is going on? Shout out to Wendy Williams. She turned 60. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You already know she wasn't doing too good. So I don't know what her progress is. But the documentary put everything on the floor with her. Um, she's not doing too good, probably still. But praying for her and everything that come with it. Um, do y'all have y'all band-aid on y'all ear? Are y'all following the trend with the Trump? I said I'm gonna get on live and put a band-aid on my ear. Did y'all see everybody after at the rally after the situation happened with Trump? They all got the band-aid on their ear. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now this is the recent magazine cover. Mm, mm, mm. I don't got nothing to say about it. This is ridiculous. Why did we need this exactly? They said I'm glad y'all didn't play with Obama like this. They is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We got like a couple more, well, like 20 minutes until it starts, y'all. So I'm just trying to run down some tea because we missed tea time yesterday. Y'all already know tea time Thursdays with me, Miss Me, and Mickey. We try to do our thing all the time on Thursdays, but some days it don't work out, and that's okay. We will be back next week to drop some tea on y'all. What else is happening on these social media streets? Mm. Y'all already know JT dropped the album City Cinderella. Let me know what y'all think if y'all into that. I heard a couple of songs. I think for her to rebrand herself at this moment, give her some grace. I like some of the songs and some of the songs I don't like, but give her some grace. She is rebranding. Y'all know she's separated from Young Miami. So yeah. Shout out to JT. And let's see what else is going on. Speaking of JT, y'all know she messed with Uzi. What is he doing? He went and brought a pig. Lil Uzi Vert came back for a pig. Mm-mm. I don't know how to take Uzi. I really don't. I really don't. He is a character. He is a character. But put me some hearts or something in the chat. Let me know what y'all think gonna happen with Thug today. Do y'all think he's gonna get a bond? Do y'all think it's gonna be a mistrial? Do y'all think that nothing is gonna happen today? What do y'all think is gonna go down? Let me know. Yes, let them come home and get some home cooked food. I know they've been going through it. Free Thug. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Shout out to Usher. Looks like he's nominated for 3 Emmy Awards for the Super Bowl halftime performance. He did do good. That was a good one. So y'all already know this is the new Judge Whitaker. If y'all don't know, this is her. Good morning. Good morning. We are just waiting for the trial to start, y'all. I did shout out to music. I did want. Did y'all see Woody on 20 versus 1? When I tell you I was laughing from the time it came on to the time it went off, I was going to react to music reaction because when I tell y'all I was on the floor, I was on the floor. He had the same reaction I had, and I know all y'all had the same reaction too. Woody is a fool, not for nothing. All of this is behind Woody. The whole trial situation has crumbled behind Lil Wody. Oh, listen, I got some stuff. Y'all gotta come check me out. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting my stuff up over there. Kimbella_Roxy for anybody who is new, who is looking to buy some customized things. Um, Come shop with your girl. I got women clothes. I do t-shirts. I got a lot of customized things. Make it personal. I am into personalizing things. It's just different and it feels special when it's made just for you. And that's what I do. I like to make things just for that special person, particularly for that person. You can't get it anywhere else. It's made just for you. So if you're looking to buy anybody a gift, something, come check me out. Come check me out. Good morning to everybody that's pulling up. Make sure y'all like this video or like the live, share it, and yeah, subscribe to the channel. Did y'all see Drake house flooded? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Wow. He said he hope it's rain. Now I don't know what he was talking about, but he said he hope it is rain. They say he's so rich, I don't even know what part of the house this is. Oh yeah, speaking of Drake, they getting tired of the Kendrick song. Everybody throwing shade now, y'all. They not like us. They throwing shade at the song. Y'all done ran it in a hole. We tired. We tired, y'all. We tired. So Chris Brown was just in the media going viral, y'all. I'm just running down some things until the actual trial start because it don't start till 11:30 for the people that's coming in. Good morning. But Chris Brown was going viral because he got a manicure. Um, I don't know what the issue is. Is that nail polish? I want to say it's not. It just looked like a real fresh manicure. But it's okay for men to keep their hygiene, their nails, their toes, things like that. Up. I'm sorry. That's okay. Um, but a lot of people was going in on Chris Brown for this. And it's just so crazy to me. Why is this a big thing? They saying let men express themselves. Nothing wrong with a pretty boy. Grow up. And if y'all don't know, Dwayne Wade said he's coming out or he's looking to come out with a nail polish line. How do y'all feel about that? Now, this is Gabrielle Union's husband for years. And if you know, you know. I don't understand. Would y'all be here for y'all husband coming out with a nail care line? Let me know how y'all feel about that. I don't have nothing nice to say because I don't think that's a thing. Leave that to the women. But yep, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. A lot of people is coming at Megan for losing weight. They're saying that she is just very, very small. I don't know what's the tea with that. If she's losing weight and she want her figure to be this, then why are we body shaming anybody? But a lot of people is shocked. A lot of people is shocked about this. Hey everybody. Make sure y'all like this video. Drop me a comment. Show me some love. Nobody care about Meg. Oh man. Y'all know she was just in the media. She was at a show and people were screaming free Tory, free Tory, free Tory. And homegirl was just like, not too much on me. She handled it very well. I'm gonna see if I can find it. But for now, a lot of people is body shaming Megan for losing weight. Not only Megan, they also saying the same thing about Ice Spice. I don't know if y'all seen her in the media lately, but homegirl is losing weight. So Maybe the celebrities are on a weight loss journey together. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why she did that to Tori. I really don't. But speaking of Tori, I heard that some things are being looked over. So there's some different, I think, evidence or something that came into play. Yes, Blue, I think I agree with that message. Y'all know D Wade is by. Anybody else think that? Let me know. Is it just me and Blue or what? Hey, Loud Pack. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up. Shout out to my Kimbays and my Kimboos. Make sure y'all share the live out. We're going to get into the case, but we're just waiting till 11:30. That's when it's supposed to start, y'all. And hopefully, the new judge, Judge Whitaker, she stand on business. We start on time, and we see what it's going to be. It do not have to be drawn out because we waited long enough. Um, and like I said, a lot of people are saying that they don't think anything is going to happen today. What do y'all think? I kind of just want them to get a bond while they figure everything out. I don't think they'll ever be able to get a fair trial at this point. So the best bet is to throw it out. But we already know how Fulton County gets it down. So let me know if y'all think they getting a bond or what. Because I just don't know what's going to happen. But I hope he do. I hope he do. I hope they all do at this point because this is just crazy. So what I usually do, y'all, when y'all pull up on me, we run down the social media streets just to see what's going on in the media with these celebrities. Um, y'all already know all of this stuff is behind Lil Wody. He was telling the people that he's a big liar. They knew he was a liar and they still let him on the stand. They forced him to go on the stand. He said he wanted to exercise his rights. He wanted to plead the fifth and they didn't like that. And now we're here. So we'll see what happens. We got 15 more minutes. Hopefully they start on time. If y'all don't know, there's a big thing with Irv Gotti, y'all. Irv Gotti is now being accused of these things, the same thing like Diddy. I don't know what these guys was on back then, but it seemed as though they were all on the same type time to me. Yep. Keep Thug free Melly. Oh man. Loud Pack. What? They both need to be free. They are really this is not justice. They're both being tortured at this point. Melly has been there for 5 years now. For the last couple of years, there haven't been any contact with his family, with anybody. He don't get any phone calls. He don't get mail, nothing. So they're both due for something to happen because that's not justice at all. Okay, Blue, I'll check my IG. Make sure y'all follow me on IG, y'all. Show me some love, drop me some comments, share the live out. We are waiting for Fulton County again to get things started because y'all already know we're going to watch the court proceeding today and see what happens. And everybody is hoping it's going to be a mistrial. But that's just so I don't know. If they do, then good. But I don't think they're going to do a mistrial today. None of the defendants are going to be there. So it's just the attorneys. So I'm going to play something. There's not much more on these social media streets that we haven't talked about on Tea Time or on my other videos. So y'all make sure y'all check out the other videos. Make sure y'all pull up on us for Tea Time Thursdays with me, Miss Me, and Mickey. We get into some things. It gets messy on Thursdays. It is nothing but good vibes. Make sure y'all pull up on us on Thursdays. I'm going to see if I can find something we can watch while we wait for Fulton County. Let me know in the chat what y'all got going on this Friday. What are y'all doing? Do y'all have any plans? Let me know. I feel like I just want to run Wody's 20 versus 1 while we wait, just so we could get a couple laughs in. Because I'm telling you, y'all, I was cracking up from the time it came on. to the time it went off, okay? But let me see if I can find, give me 1 second, y'all. Drop me some love in the comments. And thank y'all for pulling up and supporting me. We are going to react or listen to Music 101. Shout out to Music. He reacted to Woody 20 verses 1. So he kept it. We don't have to watch the whole thing. So we will just see the good points. We will just see the funny parts. All right, hold on. Let me get me up. Make sure y'all show me some love. Share the live out, like this live. Make sure y'all subscribe. Shout out to my Kimbays and my Kimboos. Y'all been showing me a lot of love lately. I really do appreciate it. All right, so we're going to watch this until the trial start. I'm going to check back in and see what's going on. And let me know what y'all think about Woody, because y'all know this is about him. This whole ordeal has stopped because of him. And we got to talk. We about to see what he really into.
Step on the leader of this age.
Let's get into it, man. This don't need no introduction. Y'all seen that title. You know what's going on. Let's react.
I don't know, man. This is my shoulders. Pull up, gang. Introduce who I got. Who we got today, man?
The nigga don't want to play with.
Oh. You gonna tell them your name? They probably already know, but
Yeah.
if they don't know.
Name in your report. I got it on.
All right, so you know what we're doing today?
What we doing?
You don't know what we're doing?
Tell me.
I got 20, probably more than 20 beautiful ladies lined up for you outside here. See if you can find your one. They're here to see you.
For sure.
So you ready? You don't know? For sure. You think the one out there? You think the one?
It better be.
Better be.
Shamar better not walk out.
Y'all be trying to pray for my downfall, but it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep elevating, and I'm gonna keep making you.
Wait, y'all. He said Shamar better not walk out. I fell out when he said that, y'all. Let's just keep watching it. He is so funny. Mr. I got it on me right, Blue.
So as long as you hold me name.
What did you do?
Man.
Y'all don't even want to know?
Yeah.
All right, so what's your type of women? Like, what's your type of woman? What's your type? What you look for?
Just go off energy.
You go off energy? All right, so you ready to get started then?
All right.
All right, let's do it then. All right, send the first one out.
Hey.
What's up?
Hi. I'm Zesty. I'm Tootie. Nice to meet you.
Let me see your toe.
Damn.
Want to take off your sock? Okay. Yes.
She can hold it.
Let you see their toes. Now he come.
Hey, man. Woody might have a little foot fetish. I ain't gonna lie though. A lot of 20v1s I've been seeing.
Let me know if y'all got a foot fetish. Do it. Let me know in the chat. Where my Kimboos at? My Kimbays or my Kimboos? Y'all got foot fetishes out there? Do y'all look at a woman's feet immediately to determine anything? Because Woody said, take your shoes off, take your socks off. I want to smell your feet. It was getting real, okay?
Then a lot of the guys been asking for the ladies to take off their shoes and see their toes, man. It might be a lot of people out here with a foot fetish, man. Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with it. It ain't nothing wrong with it. And I ain't gonna lie. A woman's feet do complement her looks, her facial features, and her body.
He coming crazy. She taking off the boots?
You gonna help me take it off?
I ain't hippie, y'all. Because you got ugly feet, you got to go.
Hey, they gotta go.
Damn.
They gotta go take them off right quick. So the first two came up here. You already. Let me see your toes. Oh, she coming. Oh, she's bouncing.
Let me smell it.
Let you smell them? No.
You stay.
No.
You stay. Her feet ain't got no smell.
Hey, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Woody a different creature, man. Look how that boy lit.
Hey, Justified. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody pulling up. I like good looking feet, but don't do feet. I know that's right. Yes, the feet gotta look good. But listen, Woody said, I want to see the feet. Take your socks off. He is funny. And I mean, every girl that came up, he said, take your shoes off. Let me see your feet. Let's get back into it. What? We got about 10 more minutes. And then we are going to. People saying that the live is freezing. I'm so sorry. On my end, it's not doing it. So I don't know. But we're going to try to keep going.
Man, look. He trying to smell again. He trying to smell the scent off her feet in the air. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Let me smell. You stay. You stay. Her feet ain't got no smell.
No smell.
I'm not taking my shoe off. Hold on.
I just smelled your homegirl feet now.
I'll just go.
Are you taking yours off?
No, it's fucking tight.
You gotta go back up there and finish your conversation.
You ain't taking them off?
No, I'm not taking my shoe off.
You said
You gonna help me? It's too fucking tight. No, I'm not taking my fucking shoe off. The fuck? Huh?
Come back.
So you've been injured in a recent car accident and you want to get a major check like this right here. Here's what you're going to do. Use this app. It's
Come here. Come on, I'm gonna help you take them out. Come here.
No.
Come here, let me see something. Come here, I'm gonna help you take them out. You wanna hide?
He said, "Come back out there."
I got a Nike sock on.
You got on socks too?
Yes, they boots, love.
I'm gonna give you a chance. I don't even got two phones on. You can stay.
Fucking up the shit.
All right, so the first two you kept both.
Yeah, they both can stay.
You kept both. So
What are
why
your
you
minutes?
instantly go for? Let me see your toes. Type shit.
So, y'all, I just checked it. It do seem like it's freezing. I don't know why. Let me stop sharing, and then I'm going to try to share again. Hold on. I think they know that we trying to stream Thug and all of that, and everybody live is acting up. My goodness. I'm going to try this again. Let me know. Good morning to everybody. What we're doing right now is actually just looking at Woody's 20 versus 1. I thought it was super funny until the actual court proceeding comes on. It will be in a couple minutes as long as they stay on time. They did say it start at 11:30. But I was just checking on my phone to see if the live was kind of lagging, and it really was. But on my end, it's showing me that it's perfectly fine. But I'm just going to try to stop sharing and then share it again. Hopefully, the court proceedings start soon. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up. I really appreciate y'all. Drop me some love in the chat, share it out, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. All right, so I'm good. Like, y'all can hear me perfectly fine, right? So let me see if I could go back and add this. We got like, what, 6 more minutes? I already know. I say 6 minutes because that's actually 11:30 on the dot, but we're going to say like 10 minutes. Give them a little 5-minute grace because we know how Fulton County get down with them comfort breaks. I don't know if that was just a Glanville thing or what, but we're going to see how Whitaker giving it up today. All right, let me know in the chat if it's lagging. I'm just trying to give us something to do while we wait.
Shit. Type shit. Let's go ahead and get the next one out.
Hey,
How are you?
you did it wrong.
Oh my goodness, no.
Why you let them trick you up here like that?
What you mean?
Which way you wanna go?
I want to go right. I want to get to know you. I want to ask you some questions.
What question you wanna ask me?
Now you gotta wait to the second round for to ask you the question.
I gotta hear what question she wanna ask me.
Oh, like my hat?
Huh?
Like my hat?
Bye.
Damn.
I got one more question.
Oh, go ahead. What your question is?
Okay.
You asked me, do I like your hair? That's the last thing
like
you
my
get.
head.
You look like me.
No.
Tattoos in your face and everything.
What's wrong with that?
You gonna take the charge? You gonna take the charge? Yes, no.
Am I gonna take the charge?
Mm-hmm.
Hell, you don't gonna take the charge.
Bye. Bye. Get out of here.
You a snitch. That's why you said that. You just
I'll be back.
You need to stop.
I'm so happy he said, you gotta go. You gotta go. She thought she was gonna get a pass, y'all, for saying she will take the charge. Like, what? It's some females out here that will really ride, like ride or die. But for me, I would have kept it all the way real. No, I'm not taking your charge. Like, what? But we got a couple more minutes. I see the countdown, y'all, on shout out to Law and Crime. They got everything up and ready to go. They got the countdown on. So we just on point. We on point, y'all.
But get up out of here.
Hey, man. Ain't no way, man. My boy Woody said, you gonna take the charge? She said, yeah. He said, bye. Get up out of here. Woody, man, he into telling the truth now. Ain't no taking no charge. You let whoever going down, go down. That was a different creature, man.
So,
Bye-bye.
bye.
You be safe out there. Don't get hit by the mother, boy.
Had to pack up fast. She gotta go.
You dead wrong for even doing it.
Nah, she dead ass wrong. She can't. So you don't fuck with like tattoos in her face.
She look like me.
She look like you can't do it. She look like you.
Somebody, do I like her hair? No. She gotta go.
She gotta go.
Tell security to let her out right now.
Damn. You gonna put her out in the building?
You ain't like her, but we got one you might like. Go ahead.
You don't know my name?
You can't tell me your name?
You don't know it?
It's kind of hard not to, but I thought we would introduce each other.
She can stay.
She can stay. Dang.
I'm finna say, let her stay for a minute.
She can stay.
Right? Let her stay for a minute.
I don't even want to see nobody else.
You don't even want to see nobody else.
Neither.
My heart just stopped.
That your heart stopped. No, so you already you saw something you like.
Man, I don't even know what's going on right now.
You know what's going on?
She just fucked me up.
Damn.
I'm Jeanette. Nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't shake hands? Okay.
What's up?
How you doing?
Man, Woody is dead serious. He done seen that last chick. He don't give a damn about nobody else. He dead serious. He don't even want to shake that. Hey, Woody might know something, man. Cause I'm finna say, bro, let her stay.
Oh, they on, y'all. Hold on. Shit, leave. Hold on. I think they on. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I'm getting on there.
I know you, Mr. Short, but
Good morning, Judge.
good morning.
All right, y'all. Y'all, I can't believe they starting on time. It's 11:29, okay? We right on point. So make sure y'all drop me some love and comments in the chat, share it, and we gonna watch it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do it right now. I'm just saying, as we move, for the first couple of weeks at least, if y'all don't mind doing that for me. So, introductions.
Judge, Max Sharp, I represent Shannon Stillwell. My co-counsel is Mr. David Botts, who is also here. And this next to me, this is Shaquille Kokomo. He has been working on the audio visual on behalf of some of the clients,
Okay.
including Mr. Stillwell. So he's been a big part of this case as well.
All right. is,
Phil Kokomo.
are you an attorney or paralegal?
He's going to be a law school student.
Okay, well,
College graduate right now.
fabulous. Good luck to you. All right, thank you.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Carrington Matthews Senior here. I represent Marquavius Healy in this case. I also have, also representing Mr. Marquavius Healy is my son, Carrington Matthews Jr., who is not here today, and also attorney Teresa Mahfoud. They're all from my office, and we represent Marquavius.
Okay, and I had both of your names. I don't know if I have Miss Mahfoud's. Has she entered an appearance? Okay, all right, well, we can update that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Bucks.
Hey, Good morning, Your Honor. Doug Weinstein. I represent Mr. Diamante Kendrick.
Okay.
Along with my co-counsel Jay Apt, who's ill today, and Katie Hegerty, who's on leave.
Okay, all right, hopefully Mr. Apt will be feeling better.
Thank you.
Soon. You can pass that along to him.
I'll do that.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
I am Brian Steele, and I have the honor of representing Mr. Jeffrey Williams, along with the Honorable Keith Adams. Sitting next to Mr. Adams is a law student. He's a rising second year, John Marshall Law School. His name is Griffin Lail, Griffin Lail. If it's okay for him to sit with us, it would be appreciated. If not, he will obviously.
Is he sworn in under like the Third Year Practice Act or?
No.
All right, so I guess he can just act as a paralegal for now. Okay, good to have you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Leah Losky here for Mr. Rebellis Ryan. I am the second chair to Ms. Angela Williams, who is ill today. I think she's expecting a Zoom link.
She should be on Zoom, and I guess I should get on the Zoom as well. Give me a second to do that. Okay.
She is the lead counsel. I'm the second for.
All right. Miss Rosser or Miss Persfield, will I find a Zoom link on my calendar or? Okay. Give me a second to get on there. Well. We came and tested everything yesterday, but of course the computer is not wanting to cooperate.
Drop some popcorn in the chat, y'all. Drop some popcorn in the chat because it's about to get real.
For it?
Drop y'all popcorn in the chat. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, y'all. Make sure y'all drop some popcorn in the chat. I don't know what's going on. That's not me. You can't hear nothing, y'all. Who she said she was trying to get on Zoom? She said somebody on Zoom.
Just not by, I'm not seeing her on the screen.
Oh, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay, are you just not on video with us?
Right, but I'm here.
Okay, all right, well, good to have you. Hope you feel better. If you might be sick as well, I think. Okay. Good morning.
Cole Westmoreland, Warren Gardner, on behalf of Marcus Nichols, and we have one additional paralegal who's not We will begin short here this morning, if necessary, we'll introduce you to him.
Okay, that sounds fine. All right, so a couple of things that we need to try to figure out from the outset. What is pending that I need to make a ruling on, and what our schedule is going to be like moving forward. I know there are already a couple of weeks that the jury has been sort of told you'll be excused for this week, so I will honor that. But I need for us to try to be efficient with the jury's time. So whatever we all need to get sorted out in the interim before we bring them back, as much as we can do, I'd like to do that so that we can minimize the times when they're here, but we have to send them to the jury room to figure out things that we could have figured out before. And I know sometimes that is going to be unavoidable, but to the extent we can avoid it, I'd like for us to talk to each other beforehand, give each other a heads up about what is going to be coming in or what we think might be an issue, and deal with it without the, wasting the jury's time, basically. So Mr. Steele, on behalf of Mr. Williams, sent me yesterday a list of what he believes to be pending motions that still need a ruling. And I think I have one that I know of from Mr. Huey, and I'm just going to kind of hear from each party as to what, as the state as well, as to what y'all believe is pending that we need to get heard. And since I've already got Mr. Williams' motions written down, I'm just going to make sure, Mr. Steele, that I've got all of the ones that you believe to be pending. So I saw in your email a July 8th and a July 9th motion to recuse both Judge Glanville and Judge Krause, which I'm obviously, we're not going to do anything substantive here today. I'm just going to make sure I know what y'all believe to be pending. A July 10th motion entitled for a fair trial that is essentially to find out about whether there have been any other ex partes. A July 1st motion that's kind of a proffer about something that happened with a jail call, evidence that's already been taken care of. And I mean, I'll look back into that. But a July 18th motion to disqualify two of the prosecutors. A July 10th motion asking, I guess, prospectively for a fresh look maybe at 24-8-801. And then you had also provided an amended witness list and a notice of filing. Are there any other pending motions for Mr. Williams that I didn't include?
It's not a motion that filed. May I address that just for your edification?
Sure.
Okay.
And are you going to file it? You're just giving me a preview, or?
I could file it.
Okay.
I'll do whatever the Honorable Court desires. So I just want to bring to the court's attention to be, fair to the court. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes. And it may be easiest to just hand it to Ms. Pursfield. And y'all, it's on my mind right now. Before we all leave here today, I want to make sure that my staff has cell numbers for everybody. Okay. All right.
So I've handed this honorable court's co-worker and the state cases, PROPST versus Morgan, MORGAN, and it's 288 Georgia, 862, 708 Southeast 2D, 211. And if you look at page 2 of the copy of the case that I've handed to this honorable court and the state, on the left-hand side, on the bottom last paragraph, our highest court explained that another line of appellate decisions holds that if a party files a motion to recuse a trial judge and the motion is denied, but it is later determined that the judge should have been disqualified to act in the case, all proceedings after the filing of the motion to recuse are invalid and have no effect. And the reason I raise that is, Your Honor may be aware but may not be, the Honorable Douglas Weinstein filed an initial motion to recuse Judge Glanville. He did that on June 12th of 2024 in the afternoon hours. Judge Glanville initially he stopped proceedings and he denied that motion without referring it to another judge, and he made some findings of why he's denying it. On behalf of Mr. Williams, the Honorable, yes.
Was there a written order?
He did file a written order.
June the 14th.
Okay.
2 days later.
All right.
And that was the Honorable Douglas Weinstein.
Okay.
The Honorable Keith Adams and I, on behalf of Mr. Williams, then filed a motion to recuse, but we didn't file ours until June 17th. It's Monday, June 17th.
Okay.
But the way I understand the case law is that once Attorney Weinstein filed that motion, which the Honorable Judge Krause eventually granted. Judge Krause, in a written order dated, I'm going to tell you, July 15, 2024, granted Mr. Williams as well as Mr. Kendrick. Mr. Weinstein represents Mr. Kendrick, both of the motions. So the way I understand the case law is everything that happened after the filing by Mr. Weinstein on June 12, 2024 is invalid.
Okay. So if you would do me a favor and put that in writing and file it as a motion, and then I will add that to our pending list.
Yes.
And I appreciate you letting me know. I don't want to get into substantive argument about anything today because we don't have the parties themselves here. This is basically just a sort of status. So if you will file something to that effect, then I'll have that added to the list, but I appreciate that.
I'll file it today. Can I add one other thing just for your knowledge? But
sure.
If it's something that's more than a status, then I will withdraw it.
Yeah, and I mean, you can tell me, but I'm, not going to consider it. We're not going to argue it. But yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
Understood. I just want you to know that there was a witness testifying. That's why I thought it's important, which will potentially, if you determine it, require the jury to have their notes, if you require it taken away, and then we're wiping out what they heard. I just want you to be aware of that.
Okay, I'm not sure if I follow what you're saying now.
So there was a witness testifying. His name's Mr. Copeland.
Yeah.
After Judge Glanville denied that motion, the jury heard from a witness on the afternoon of June 12th, June 13th, June 14th, and then June 17th. So I just want you to be aware.
All right, I understand what you're saying now. All right, thank you.
Other than that.
Mickey, yes, I don't think nothing is happening today, y'all. Nothing. If it's lagging, y'all, I'm so sorry, but it looks so clear on my end. I checked on my phone and I see a little bit, but it's streaming on my end, y'all. So I'm going to keep playing.
Those are the
motions. Great. Okay. For Mr. Huey, I have got a renewed motion for bond. Is there anything else for? I don't even know which party I'm looking at yet. But okay.
That is the only motion that I've.
Okay. All right. Yes, thank you. Okay, so for Mr. Stillwell.
So, Your Honor, the way that we had been operating under this case, under the Honorable Judge Glanville, was Something else. Yes, sir. Your Honor, the way that we had been operating under Judge Glanville was there was a thing we named the Harvey Rule, which assumed that all were in agreement and opting into a motion unless we specifically opted out of the motion. So
everybody's joined on everything.
Steele has filed a number of motions that we opt into. And Your Honor, I'll also just point out, there's also the gentleman who's on the stand right now. I think that we need to have a hearing regarding the admissibility of his testimony. I too, I'm not looking at Mr. Steele's motion, but I too believe that we need to look at the co-conspirator exception to the hearsay rule and determine if that applies to the gentleman who is currently on the stand and what he said.
Okay.
And additionally, after Mr. Weinstein's recusal motion, we spent a significant amount of time going back and forth about prior statements and redacting prior statements. And I believe that
prior statements of Mr. Copeland. Okay.
We would have to go through that process again because that was done after the Mr. Weinstein's recusal motion. So we probably need to relitigate that as well. Of course, if it doesn't fall under a hearsay exception, then we wouldn't have to do that. But
okay. And with regard to the question of the admissibility of Copeland's statements under the co-conspirator rule, is there a pending motion or was there an oral motion? Has there been a ruling?
There was a ruling.
Okay.
I don't recall if it's been reduced to writing. I'm going to assume it was. But you know, we've litigated a recusal motion. We've talked about the appearance of impropriety at this point, and from our stance, we need to relitigate it to substance, but just to educate.
But is that what you're saying should be reconsidered? Okay. All right. All right. I am not going to go back. I mean, this case has been going on for how long? 6 months, at least the trial part of it. And obviously I'm parachuting in and I'm just going to have to pick up from here and move forward. I cannot go back and reconsider every evidentiary ruling that's already been made. And I don't think that's what you're asking. I think you're saying because this witness is still on the stand. But I don't know, Mr. Botts, if you were about to say, let's reconsider everything, but we're not going to be able to do that.
Just all the rulings on
Mr. Copeland. Okay. All right. All right. And let's see, for Mr. Ryan, and I understand everybody's basically joined in on everything we've already talked about. Is there anything that's individual or in particular to your client that I need to think about?
Yes, Your Honor. And hopefully the state will correct me if I have it correctly. But some of what specific evidence the state plans on using witness has been specified somewhat on a rolling basis.
Okay.
I'm going to give an example. Mr. Ryan's case, there are 15 recorded interviews.
Mm-hmm.
The state is not necessarily going to offer all 15. Within the ones they might want to offer, there are parts which are inadmissible. Everyone would agree they're inadmissible, but the state has not had a chance to sit down and specifically say, we want these statements, and here's what needs to be redacted, and go back and forth on that. So we're not cross that bridge yet, Mr. Ryan. When we do, you'll have motions of that nature.
Okay, so I'm going to try, and we can maybe get to that in a minute, but I would rather everything that should have been a motion in limine get sorted out. I don't care if we're 2 months from that testimony. But
that's absolutely fine, Judge.
yeah.
Describe it on a rolling basis.
Yeah, well, to the extent we can stop that, we're gonna try to get everything done beforehand, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, thank you. And then who else have I still not heard from? Mr. I will, y'all, in a couple of weeks, I'll know all of this, but I just honestly have not been following this case up until now. So, Mr. Harvey, for Mr. Nichols. And I may need you to yell.
I'm sorry. Better?
Yes.
Per the rule we've been operating under, we're all in on everyone else's motions, barring a on the record opt out.
Okay.
So we're in on everything because we have not opted out as of this point on any of those motions.
Okay.
There may be, I to be honest with the court, I wanted to see where we were today, what our plan was. There may be some additional motions that would be filed on behalf of Mr. Nichols, and perhaps other defendants. If we're going to view this as sort of a logistical status conference, based upon prior proceedings, we've mentioned certain things. We've mentioned certain cases about what may or may not be valid or evidence post motion to recuse. There may be some additional motions that need to be filed. So I would ask that on behalf of Mr. Nichols, that not only we're opting in and we need to now think about whether or not there's going to be any specific opt out, but to give us some time frame to
What does it take to be the nation's #1?
Put some popcorn in the chat, y'all. Put some popcorn. It's getting good. They're not letting up.
Whatever you want here, because I don't know what it is that you might be contemplating. And frankly, there have been, at least a week and a half that's gone by since whatever the ex parte was that caused all of this. It may be that it's appropriate for another motion to be filed and be considered. It may not be. I'll kind of have to wait and see sort of what it is and why it is only now that it is going to be filed. So I just can't give you an answer on that before I know what it is. But I mean, I'm certainly not precluding anybody from filing. I just don't know if it's something that could have been filed 10 months ago, then I probably don't want to hear it now.
No, I think these circumstances are unique, clearly. So it presents unique opportunities to now move the court now that we have a court. I just
so why don't I just say that if you are contemplating anything, contemplate it quickly and get it filed
5 business days?
Before the end of next week, because, and I want us to all look at a calendar in a few minutes, but, the jury has already been given the week of July 29th off, so they won't be back before August 5th, really. So I would like for us to, if we're going to be moving forward with this case, be able to move forward with it and have all of whatever this is going to be out of the way before then. So if you can honestly, because I would also like a response from the state on anything that gets filed. So if y'all can, given that you've had already, a week and a half since whatever went down. I don't know the exact dates of everything yet, but you don't really need 5 more days to think about it. I'd like y'all to get anything that you're going to filed by the 23rd, which is next Tuesday. That may make for busy weekends for y'all, but That is what it is. And then I want responses from the state by that Friday, the 26th. Okay? Which does not mean I'm inviting them. It just means if there are some necessary ones that we need to consider. Obviously, I want them briefed by both sides. And then we'll probably spend the week of the 29th we'll all be here without the jury trying to get as much done as possible, I think. Okay?
And that may answer my next question. I know that on behalf of myself, and I know various other co-counsel, I mean, as soon as the words "we're in recess" were uttered, I have emails, specialists at trials. I mean, I am inundated by other both federal judges and Superior Court judges. I am asking for protection, and I would assume that co-counsel would join in this protection so that I can say to these other judges, I am on trial, I'm required to be participating in this court, and you cannot set me for trial in another court because I'm on trial. Can we get that protection from the court?
Yes, you shouldn't even need that because we are in the middle of a trial. I don't care whether the judge has changed or not. This trial is ongoing. But yes, to the extent that any judge calls at my chambers, yes, I will tell them, sorry, you can't have Mr. Harvey right now. I've got him.
I want to make those representations in conflict letters. I want to make sure that I'm doing that properly.
Yeah. Now, if there is, because I have been until recently one of the people trying to get a hold of all of y'all for other cases. So if we decide we're taking a 2-week vacation in August, which we won't be, but hypothetically speaking, and y'all aren't in here with me litigating something, then I'm probably going to say you're available, not for a trial, but for, a one-day hearing or something.
Yes. I don't mind the one-day hearing. I do mind going to trial when I'm on trial.
Yes.
So with that,
y'all are all protected from being expected to be in trial anywhere else until the completion, however it completes, of this trial.
Thank you.
All
right. Your Honor, Doug Weinstein for Mr. Kendrick. We have no pending motions other than what has already been stated by our defense counsel that we all join in. We will be filing motions before Tuesday, but we have no pending motions. And you said we are going to discuss calendar moving
Yes.
forward? Okay, I have some comments with regard to that.
Okay. All right. All right. Turning to the state. Are there pending motions by the state that need a ruling?
Thank you, Your Honor. There are, and we will have to the court before Tuesday of next week, as the court has made a deadline. There are responses to recent filings by some of the defendants that the state anticipates it will be making. And there are 2 anticipated motions in limine that we will have filed by Tuesday.
Okay.
Based on the court's earlier instruction today, there were matters that are more appropriately placed within a motion that we will have to the court by Tuesday as well. There are, and we will identify all of the ones that we believe exist. There are outstanding, there are rulings that have been made long ago by the court that may not have been reduced to writing. We are working towards identifying each of those, as well as putting into a chart for the court a list of the motions and rulings that have previously been entered.
That would be fantastic, because while y'all all know what the rulings were, I do not. So yeah, a chart and some further information would be great. That was on my list as well. Thank you.
Of course. And We also intend to address, we can do that in the context of a motion, or the court, if it is appropriate today, can address it. We would like to present to an exchange with counsel for each of the defendants what we believe and what we have kept a record of, all of the exhibits that have been tendered, ruled on, and admitted so far.
Okay.
If that is more appropriately addressed in a motion, I can do that, or if the court will permit us or schedule for us a deadline by which to exchange exhibit lists, because the state currently has an exhibit list that we believe is thorough.
Okay.
That includes the exhibits that have been tendered and admitted by both the state and each of the defendants.
Okay. And do you have that like with you and ready right now?
No, we want to present that to the court.
Okay.
We want to compare it with, if the defendants each have one, compare it with those. We want it to be as accurate as possible before we present it to the court.
Okay. So do y'all want to maybe, it sounds like outside of a proceeding, y'all all get together and do that? Or, I mean, if we want to all do it in court, that's fine, but it's not a bad idea.
I would have preferred that the court just ordered that each of us present to the other the exhibit list that we have, to the extent that they do exist, and that we then endeavor to iron out any differences or discrepancies. So that, for example, by next Wednesday, we each give to each other what exhibit lists that we have, not anticipated exhibits, but the ones that have already been admitted and ruled upon, because there have been moments where exhibits have been shown to a witness or spoken on, and the tendering party represented that the exhibit had already been admitted, and upon closer inspection, the exhibit had not been admitted.
Okay.
So we are asking for a date from the court.
Okay, so when can you have yours ready to dole out to everybody?
We can have ours ready by Tuesday, if we can exchange them by Tuesday.
Okay. Is it?
I'm loving it so far, y'all. Put some popcorn in the chat. And if y'all didn't know, Love and the judge, they were colleagues back in the day. So they worked together, I think back in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. So we got to, keep our eye open still. But so far, so good.
I assume everybody's been kind of tracking this. Could everybody have what you think is the state of the evidence by Tuesday?
I don't think that's going to be hard to do if it's okay.
I mean, frankly, whatever the court reporter has is what's accurate. So it might be that I can just get that list from the court reporter and give it out to all of y'all. And if there is that might be a better way to do it. And then if there is a discrepancy and anybody who believes that's inaccurate, we can take it up. So why don't I talk to and we're going to be, from now on, well, y'all all know Ms. Parker, but Ms. Parker is retiring in 1 week. I will have a new court reporter, and I know, it's the end of an era, but I'll have a new court reporter, Ms. Winfrey, who probably a lot of y'all know anyway, and she'll be moving forward. I'm going to ask Judge Glanville's court reporter to start working on transcripts, because I'm going to need them, but we'll all need them at some point probably, because just transcribing what's happened so far is going to take months and months. So we're going to shift not only judges, but also court reporters. So I will get with Judge Glanville's court reporter and ask her to give me a list of what has been tendered and either excluded or admitted or is still hanging out there. Give that to all of y'all, probably just through email from Ms. Rosser. And then if there is any discrepancies, y'all can let me know that, okay?
That would be great. Does the court, and I understand that there's really no way to tell accurately, but does the court have any idea of when we could anticipate receiving something
I think
like that?
pretty quickly. I mean, I've had a couple of communications with her already, and she seems pretty on the ball, and she's tracking it all on an Excel spreadsheet or something. So I don't think it'll take long. I think I can get y'all that by next week sometime.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me write my to-do list. Okay.
Yeah, he free for a little while longer, Blue. He gonna
All
be
right,
all right.
what else? Your Honor, I'm reviewing all of the notes from representations made by counsels for each of the defendants. And based on my review of those notes, I don't believe that there are other matters that we need to address at this time that are properly addressed without the defendants here.
All right. And do you have an idea of when you can get me the list of the rulings so far?
Yes, Your Honor,
and I know that's a bear of a task, so that's okay. Don't want to be unreasonable about it.
Just 1 second, because we have already begun that process.
Right.
And let me, if the court will permit me to confer with our team members who are working on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all see how Love coming now. She a little bit different. She ain't too aggressive. And so far so good. I think Whitaker is doing a good job. She's telling them.
Actually in on this case, or are you just standing in for Mr. Williams today?
I'm actually in on the case. I did file an inquiry.
Okay, thanks.
Oh yeah, Blue. He do like the one that wear the Converses. They say all she wear is Converses. Glanville court reporter. She gave them 2 business days to get it together. So they will be working on the weekend for sure.
And Your Honor, I know that we can have that list before next Friday, or at least by next Friday.
That'll be great.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. With regard to the most immediate scheduling, the kind of getting through, hearing argument on, getting rulings on the things we all just talked about that are pending. Is everybody available all of, and I guess I've already got y'all, unless Judge Glanville had excused you, I think I've got y'all, but is everybody available? And I'm not saying we're gonna be here 8 to 5 every day the week of the 29th, but is the week of the 29th, everybody's available to the extent we need all of those days?
Stays available.
Okay. Anybody not? Okay, perfect. Because I'm thinking that at least most of that week, that's what we're going to be doing, which means I am not going to be going to the judges' summer conference, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay. All right. With regard to kind of further in the future, just when we're going to be having trial, I think it's maybe been like 4.5 days a week or something. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter what it has been. Here's what I'm thinking. I am thinking that when we are in trial, we start at 8:45 and go to about 6, at least until the time changes and it gets dark early. And I'll have to obviously make sure that all the jurors can do that. I don't know what their, pick up kids schedule is or anything like that. But I want to make the most of our time, like I said, while we're here and have them. So that's kind of going to be my plan going forward. And it may be that we want to go all 5 days. It may be that we want to, break at lunchtime on Fridays. And if we have other business to do, we stay for the afternoon. and we may not start August 5th with the jury. We may have so much left to do still that we give them another week. But once we do start back with the jury, I'm thinking 8:45 to 6. And when I say 8:45, I mean 8:45. I intend to take the bench at 8:45. I expect I know that the parties, the defendants will be here because the sheriff's office will have them here. I want all the attorneys to be here as well. And if you have 5 attorneys on your side, as long as one of them's here, we're going forward. Okay? So I don't want to be waiting around till 9:30 to get started. 8:45.
No, that's right.
All right, so that's that. So a couple of things have been brought to my attention that some people might like changed now that have a fresh face. And y'all, some of these are really kind of insignificant, but I'm gonna go ahead while we've got some time and bring them up. Food in court. Everybody can have water whenever they want to. The attorneys can have, whatever drink they want to, as long as you're not klutzy like me and don't spill it all over everything. I guess if you do, that'll be your problem. If we are working through lunch and the jury's out and we're working and y'all are here and the clients are here, that's okay. But snacking while trial's going on, we're not going to be doing that, okay? So if we are working through lunch, if we are working late and it's dinner time, it will be okay to the attorneys or the defendants have food. Not while somebody's on the stand testifying, okay? We're not at a movie. We're not going to be eating popcorn. All right. Hopefully that'll be all I have to say about that. Apparently, one of the first things that I don't know how many different deputies told me was the clothing for the clients has gotten a little out of hand in terms of how much they all have now. I don't know, but y'all need to maybe get together and let's exchange most of that. And sure, they can have new outfits for court, but it sounds like they're like full wardrobes full of clothing for some of these defendants. And that's just a lot for the deputies to have to keep up with. So how about if y'all check in and maybe through Miss Rosser, y'all all know Miss Rosser, I think she's not even here today. Yeah, she is over there. Miss Rosser, my fabulous litigation manager. And let's make sure that it gets whittled down to a manageable amount of clothing, like there are only going to be 5 days in each week. So even if they had a different outfit every day, that would only be 5 outfits, okay? We shouldn't have 20 different outfits for anybody. So y'all need to clear out, apparently, the closets. So now I've done that for the deputies. They'll be more happy. Okay, next topic. Minimizing disruptions in court. I don't exactly know what that means yet, but
she putting it on the floor, ain't she? She said no food, get y'all clothes together. Like, she not playing. She's starting 8:45 on the dot. I like her energy too. Let me know.
Let's try to conduct court in a way that minimizes disruptions, and we'll just leave it at that for now. There was an issue about apparently, and I'm not even sure if I understand exactly what has gone on with this, but the defendants listening through earpods to things on laptops while court is going on. And I'm not sure I understand why that's happening, and that raises some security issues with our security staff, with the sheriff's office. So can somebody kind of explain to me what that's about and why that's necessary?
They don't want to hear that
and if
mess.
nobody wants to, then we'll just do away with it?
Yeah. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. They can listen to something in their AirPods.
Combat border
All right. Well, we won't be bored from here on out. So then if that's the only reason for it, I want to be moving forward efficiently and expeditiously. So let's just plan to not have that happen anymore. And if there arises some new reason for it, then we can address it again anew. Okay?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Good morning again, encouraging that, Mr. Huey. There are times where the defendant might need to listen to evidence, interviews, things of that nature. And I've made that available for my clients to listen to some of the interviews from witnesses, testimony, prior interviews, things of that nature. For evidentiary purposes, that would be a request for my client to be able to have that access where necessary.
So why is that happening in court? That seems like something that should happen after hours between the two of you.
I certainly understand that. Just maximizing the time that I have with my clients since I don't have availability with him outside of court every day. So he's here, we're here. So a lot of times I'll give him an opportunity to review evidence and things of that nature.
All right.
The only reason I want to ask.
I'm going to ask that you try to get that done outside of courtroom time. And if there is some sort of an emergency, unexpected reason why something can't have been reviewed before, then you can bring that to my attention. But okay. All right. I would like to find out from kind of everybody how many witnesses there are to go and what you expect those witnesses to say. And one reason I say that is because Judge Glanville had entered an order, which I may not have brought downstairs with me, but y'all, when I describe it, will probably be familiar with it, that essentially said everybody, not really, but several parties have asked for mistrials, I think, because things are moving so slowly. And he entered an order that seemed to say, it appears that the state has 200 and something witnesses. We're on 50 something now. Everybody's causing disruptions, or not causing, but there have been a lot of disruptions because a witness is on the stand and all of a sudden one party or the other comes up with some video that nobody's ever seen before. And that's the reason for all of this disruption. But at the same time, you know, maybe some of this can be whittled down. And that is a wild paraphrase of that order, but I think you'll know what I'm talking about. What I want to know is, where are we really? I mean, I know, you know, witness lists look one way before the trial, and who you end up calling oftentimes ends up being something different. I know this is a multi-count indictment. I know that there are a lot of defendants involved in several different incidents. And I don't expect this right now, but I would like from everybody, to the extent the defense knows whether they're going to present a case or not, a realistic list of witnesses, maybe like what counts they go to and what you expect those witnesses to say generally, broadly. Because this case has been going on for a really long time. And there is a rule that lets me exclude cumulative evidence. And I might end up using that. So how about y'all give me a heads up on all of that, okay? And if that is something that y'all could have to me by next Friday for everybody, that would be great. Let's see, what's next on my list? With regard to kind of just general scheduling, other than the week of the 29th, and then I was told, I think Monday through Thursday of August 19th through 22nd. Is anybody aware of time that has already been given to the jury as you're out of court this week? You have this week free? No? Okay. All right. Does any attorney right now know of a date that nobody from your team can be here? And I wouldn't expect that to be the case because y'all are in trial, but no, I mean, anybody getting married? Okay.
I'm getting married.
So I hesitate to even say the next thing I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. The little bit I have seen about this case, it definitely has appeared that there have been times that tempers have flared a whole lot and that people have been maybe less than professional. And I hope that this kind of breather has given everybody a breather, and everybody has been absolutely wonderful here today. But I would like for us to maintain a degree of decorum and dignity and professionalism. That is what is really expected of all of us as members of the bar. I don't want to have to say anything beyond that, okay? But if it gets to a point where I think that is not being carried out appropriately, we're going to all have to talk, okay? All right.
She's not playing with them.
All right, what else do y'all think that I need to be thinking about, or do we need to be talking about, or at least raising to talk about later? And anything from the state?
Of course.
Your Honor, I believe that the court has sufficiently addressed everything that we had anticipated we needed to address with the court.
Okay. All right. Mr. Weinstein?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Sharp, anything?
Where's the bond? They're not getting a bond.
This case, as you know, is enormous, and the discovery is enormous. There are certain, with Judge Glanville, we have some general rulings about some matters, but not particulars.
Okay.
I'm trying to give a heads up. This is an example, but I don't think this is the situation. I have filed a motion regarding, there was a wiretap in this case.
Okay.
And the judge overruled my objections and stated that the wiretap was legal. He made that finding. However, there are other issues about the wiretap and the particular things said in the wiretap. Some of those pieces of communication may be admissible, may not on an individual basis. Certain things like that, I'm just giving the court a heads up, have not been parsed through to the particulars.
Okay.
And we've discussed like the need to do those things, and some of those things we've kind of kicked the can down the road a little bit. So they're still outstanding.
Okay.
I just wanted to bring it to
All right. So maybe when everybody is putting their lists of witnesses and what they're generally going to be talking about together, they could also, I don't know what happened to my mic all of a sudden. They could also include if there's any kind of either voluminous evidence, video evidence, audio evidence that we need to be considering admissibility of before the witness testifies. If y'all can maybe list out for everybody what that is. Because yes, I absolutely want those things to have been determined before, witness Smith gets on the stand and we have 18 hours of some kind of video statement that nobody's thought about yet. I'd like to say I'm sure that all of the evidence has been exchanged by now. Would I be correct in saying that?
there's reports that we're still missing. The state has said that they don't have those reports. Officers have testified that they wrote the reports.
Okay.
And we're still missing.
All right.
That's been a recurring theme.
All right. If everybody wants to detail anything that they think is missing, and I'll hear from the state on whether it is either missing, about to show up, or does not exist, that'll be something we can take up substantively, just so we start out all on the same page. That'll be something maybe y'all can do next week, and we'll take up the week after that as well. Okay, because if we need like 5 days of motions in limine, we need to do that. Okay. Judge, I just wanted to make clear that it has complied with its discovery obligations, that we have turned over all of the discovery that exists in this case, and as the court is aware, discovery is that which we have so we have turned that over, and we've actually gotten and requested. We've sought from outside our office any other materials that existed in the universe. We will do as the court has instructed and provide to the court a list of matters we believe have been unaddressed still as they pertain to our requests for reciprocal discovery. Okay. And Mr. Shard, I know you've been in my courtroom before, and typically I have, one side or the other list out specifically what they think is missing, and we inquire about it and try to get to the bottom of it. So that's what we will do. Y'all make up the list, and then we will do that. We'll actually go through it in detail so that everybody knows what's going on and we all are on the same page. All right. And y'all, for any evidence that there hasn't been a ruling on yet that I'm going to need to consider the admissibility of, I obviously am going to need a copy of that. So if I've got 5 hours of some audio to listen to, I don't want to listen to that in court. I want to listen to that beforehand so that I know what we're talking about before we get to court to hash it out. So get me all of that as well. And that'll be more homework for me to do. Okay. All right. Then, so let's go through anything, either Mr. Williams or Ms. Sabashi for your client. Okay. Mr. Harvey, Mr. Steele.
No, not
okay. All right. Okay. The next thing I want to raise, and I have no idea what has happened before now, but I would like to encourage everybody, while we are kind of in this pause, to talk to each other about whether there are any plea negotiations that might be fruitful, whether there is any room for movement by anybody on anything, any plea. I mean, I'm willing to entertain any kind of plea at any time. It can be a joint recommendation. It will be non-negotiated since we're in the middle of a trial, but it can certainly be a joint recommendation, or it can be state wants this, defense wants that, or it can be we all want to keep going with this trial. I am here to give everybody a fair trial and everybody a fair shake, follow the law. But I invite during this pause, if y'all want to think about that and talk about that, now would be a good time to do that. Okay. All right, so I think that y'all have a lot to do and I have a lot to do, and we will plan to get all of our filings and all of our responses in before the end of next week at the dates that I had provided. And why don't we plan to maybe not Monday, but Tuesday, the 30th. All convene here at 8:45 and just start tackling everything that got filed, okay? And we'll plan to go pretty much all day until we finish every day that week. And by the end of the week, I'll know whether we are at a spot to bring a jury in or whether we need another week. All right, anything else from anybody?
I have a question, Your Honor.
Yes.
The court instructed that we provide the court with evidence for which there may be admissibility issues.
Yes.
I wanted to ask for the court's clarification if that meant whether there have been prior motions to suppress filed, or if the court is instructing that notwithstanding the absence of a motion to suppress on a particular piece of evidence, that we are now going to be entertaining motions to suppress. For instance, if there's a recording that we have turned over, will the court be entertaining motions to?
So I don't really know what the expectation has been. I mean, if this had been my trial from the get-go, we'd have litigated all the motions to suppress by now. Motions to suppress shouldn't really be getting filed mid-trial. That being said, I would rather, if somebody is going to stand up and say this is 100% unconstitutional for X, Y, and Z reasons, I shouldn't be letting in something that's unconstitutional for X, Y, and Z reasons. So I'd like to know it, but I mean, I want it to be a legitimate, valid concern evidentially, constitutionally. I don't want it to be, you know, here's my chance to challenge everything under the sun. So I don't know if that answers your question, but it sounds like there are chunks of evidence that everybody has just basically not gotten to yet. And y'all sort of said, all right, we'll get to that when we get to this witness. And if y'all have been operating on a kind of rolling, all right, when we get to this witness, we'll deal with that evidence, then if that's what the expectation has been, then I wouldn't expect y'all to have all filed all of your challenges. I don't know what's been going on.
Your Honor, that has not been the case. No, but because of the way that the court indicated that the court wanted parties to provide evidence regarding admissibility issues, I just wanted to make certain that I understood what the court was instructing. There have been evidentiary issues that I believe the parties disagree on. The state disagrees with counsel for defendants' interpretation of what is right and what is valid for contesting at a particular moment. I don't doubt those will continue to arise. I was asking as it pertains to what the court instructed just a second ago regarding evidence. I didn't know whether the court was doing something different than what I.
Okay, so I don't intend to revisit rulings on evidence that's already come in. But for evidence that we know is out there and was going to be introduced a month from now with, witness Jones, if y'all been doing that on a rolling basis and y'all know that there are going to be evidentiary issues with it, things that I would have considered motions in limine, then I want us to all go ahead and voice that now and sort it out so that we know when the witness shows up what can be talked about and what can't be. And I don't know if that gave you clarification. Okay. All right, Ms. Abbasi.
Yes, Your Honor, if I may, I have to disagree with Ms. Love that it's been going along that we've already had motions about what is not admissible. Just to propound on kind of what Your Honor was mentioning and what the task for defense faces, we have a list of 8,000 jail calls. We haven't listened to 8,000 jail calls, and I think probably the majority of them are not relevant. Everyone would agree that they're not relevant. The state's not actually going to introduce all of those jail calls. However, defense, our burden, if you don't raise the objection, it's been waived, and then it comes in at trial.
Okay, so that's why the witness lists with what this is relevant to and what evidence is going to be used is going to be, I hope, very helpful in giving us all a better kind of groundwork.
Yes, Your Honor, that is precisely what I'm asking.
Okay.
20,000 pages of Instagram is going to be these ones.
Okay. Okay.
And Judge,
yes, sir, Mr. Adams.
Good afternoon. Again, Judge Keith Adams with Mr. Steele for Mr. Williams. Just to, I think the court wanted to know if there are things that Judge Glanville had been doing in regards to that particular issue. And I did want to just append to what Mr. Bond was saying. For example, there have been jail calls, there are interviews that generally speaking there have been hearings on the admissibility of those statements.
Okay.
But the court has oftentimes said, I agree that, for example, this statement may be admissible, but there may be some things in the statement that's objectionable.
Sure.
We'll deal with that.
Okay.
At that time. The court has routinely been doing that. So not necessarily kicking the can down the road, but addressing issues as they come up. And the court has urged both sides in advance of that issue coming up. If we can get together and iron some things out, let's do it. We've been working to do that, but there have been routinely times where we simply just disagree and we've had to take those items up. And I think what you would like, but Judge Landell has asked, is that let's let you know about it as far in advance as we can. That way you can set aside some time to deal with it without impinging on the juries.
Absolutely. I mean, that is, I want to be respectful and cognizant of the jury's time. I also want y'all to all know what to expect to the extent you can, and litigate everything that we can litigate beforehand, if it's going to be necessary. Now, if there's some totally irrelevant Instagram post and the state knows they're not going to use it, but they listed it 1,000,000 years ago, their updated list that they're going to share with everybody should not include the Instagram post that they know they're not going to use. So, all right. So I will expect whatever filings y'all, I will anxiously anticipate all of them. Make sure whenever you file anything that you contemporaneously email a copy of it to Ms. Rosser, because the court and chambers do not automatically get what y'all file. I have no idea what you filed unless you actually let us know. So make sure that when you file it, you send a copy to Ms. Rosser so that we know about it. Okay? All right, so I'll plan to see everybody bright and early at 8:45 on Tuesday, July 30th. All right? Don't leave until you make sure Ms. Rosser has your cell information.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Judge Glanville had, for both sides, 2 Fridays before that tell the other side what witnesses and what exhibits are going to be in play. I would hope that continues. That would be very helpful.
That sounds like a good idea. So sure, we can leave that as sort of a standing rule. And I suspect that this is true as well, but let me go ahead and say that as we're going through trial, I expect you to have your next witness ready to go. I don't want there to be a 5-minute pause between one witness getting off the stand and the next witness getting on the stand. And the state knows, we're in the state's case right now. The state knows what it's doing. The state has investigative help. Make sure you have enough witnesses to carry us through each day and then they're ready to go. Again, that all just kind of falls under the auspices of let's be respectful of the jury's time. Mr. Harvey.
Can I assume, Judge, that we are going to continue with the opt-out rules so that you're not going to get all 8 of us standing up going, I'm in too?
Yes, no, that's a great idea. Let's continue with that rule as well.
Thank you.
I mean, I plan to basically continue with the rules already in effect unless there's some reason to change them. So I hope if there is something, y'all can bring it to my attention. Otherwise, we'll just keep rocking as before. All right, thanks, everybody.
To be honest, remember the press, there was a rule in place for the members of the press to get the witness list on Friday, so if someone would be excluded to be shown on camera, we want to make sure that's still in place.
Okay, so I guess y'all would have agreed beforehand that a particular witness shouldn't be shown on camera. And then who gave the list?
The state has been providing to members of the press the list of those persons, and the judge has made rulings regarding those.
So I saw a ruling that said if there's somebody who, for whatever reason, shouldn't be shown, whatever kind of concerns, then they won't be shown in the, but
it wasn't exhaustive.
It seemed that that was kind of a witness by witness thing, and that there was an opportunity for input.
Yeah, there's an order that the judge entered, and there were certain reasons that the state requests that witnesses not be televised. I believe that was to be provided to us the Friday before, and then we would have the opportunity to object to that by Monday.
Right.
And then
Any response to the trade rumors we keep hearing about?
Oh, we talking about moving? Not this.
All right, now it's coming to an end. Let's see, come on.
Trade. Not the trade. We talking about moving.
So what y'all think about the new judge so far? I think so far so good. She's not going to take no nonsense. It appears that she is not going for it. Shout out to all my Kim Bays and my Kim Boos that pulled up, all my new people. Make sure y'all subscribe and come back and show me some love. It looks like we getting to the end of the court proceeding.
If there's objection, we're litigating it. And then are we saying it's like the next Friday that we then tell the press, or help me out on that?
Ms. Hilton says she has been providing that list. I will let her explain to the court.
Okay, because I guess I'm wondering, how is there a list if there hasn't been either agreement or a decision on it?
I believe, I'll let Ms. Hilton start, because she's the one that initially prepares the list.
All right.
Good morning, or good
afternoon at this point.
What has happened is the week before, certain witnesses were going to come up the following week.
Okay.
We would identify any of those witnesses that we are asking not to be shown. We would forward that to the media as well as the opposing counsel. They would then decide, object, and we would hear on Monday the ruling from the court.
Okay, well, so then with regard to the media's inquiry, it sounds like what y'all have been getting as a list from the state is kind of the preliminary, we think this might be the case list. But Ms. Hilton, do you then give them and here's what our determination was list, or?
So normally the court has put on the record that Monday, whether or not that witness should not be shown.
Okay, so y'all you've got your list and you either strike that person off because I said they can be seen, or you just go with what's on there. Okay, that makes sense. So yes, we'll continue with that as well. All right, we're in recess.
So shout out to Judge Whitaker for getting things in order. It looks like we will be moving along much quicker, faster, in a nice fashion. Not like it was out of control, comfort breaks, this, that, and the third. That's not going to happen going forward. Looks like she's very strict to what's going to be going on in her courtroom. Everything looks like it's going to be starting on time. Today it was supposed to start at 11:30. I heard her talking. It was 11:29. So she's not having it. I'm so happy. I know the defendants will be happy. She said 8:45 sharp. So going forward, everybody be prepared if y'all following it to be up at 8:45 to catch it from the time it start till the time is over. She gave deadlines, fast deadlines, not 2 weeks, 3 weeks. She gave 2 business days. I think something is happening on Friday was one of the other deadlines. So 3 to 5 business days for Judge Whitaker. She's not having it. Pretty much nothing happened today. No bond, no mistrial. It sounds just like a status hearing for the prosecutor and all the attorneys to see where they are, what they're looking for, what are we doing going forward. But I do feel like Whitaker is going to stand on business. She told them, do y'all homework on the weekend because they have deadlines. So shout out to them. Shout out to Whitaker. Shout out to Fulton County trying to keep things going, trying to redeem themselves because we all know this case has been crazy. This is day 101, 101, the longest trial in Fulton County, which is so crazy. But we are getting somewhere. I do want to let y'all know. Thank y'all for pulling up. Shout out to the Truth Team. Shout out to my girl Mickey. She definitely did tell everybody from the Truth Team to come check me out. So hey y'all, it's your girl. We definitely gonna run tea time Thursday. Yesterday it was just not good timing for all of us. Y'all know it has to be me, Miss Me, and Mickey to run the show. So when one of us is not available, we just, say we're not going to do it because that's just how we roll. So make sure y'all subscribe to all of us. Make sure y'all got y'all bell notifications on. We do try to go live daily most of the time. I see Mickey doing her thing daily. I try to do my thing daily. Make sure y'all subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Shout out to my Kim Bays and my Kim Boos. Make sure y'all come and check me out on Instagram. Like I said, I do some customizing, personalizing things. If you guys are looking for those type of gifts, I'm your girl to come to. I will hook y'all up. So come check me out on Instagram, Kimbella_Roxy. I pop my shit over there too. But again, thank y'all for pulling up. I'm gonna end this here. Um, both sides have to play nice. They sure do. Be professional. She's not having that in her courtroom, so it, this is where we at. So again, y'all, shout out to y'all for pulling up and supporting me today. I really appreciate it. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye y'all. Wait. If you didn't like this video, you already know. Make sure you like this video. You can share the video too. And also subscribe and drop me some popcorn in the chat if y'all running it back on the replay. All right, y'all. Bye.